After just over a month in office, Louisville's mayor made his first speech before the Louisville Forum tonight. He highlighted some of the work that's already been accomplished and what's still ahead. WLKY's Drew Gardner was there. He joins us now in the studio. Drew.
Well, Vicki, the mayor echoed a lot of the same talking points he offered during his State of the City address just last week, but he did hint at some steps he plans to take in the weeks ahead, specifically when it comes to the General Assembly. Since taking office last month, Mayor Craig Greenberg says he's been busy working on solutions to the city's biggest problems. And for him, that means meeting with all involved parties.
I've spoken with Senator Rand Paul. I've met with Senator McConnell and his team. I've spent a lot of time meeting and speaking with Governor Beshear.
Greenberg has also met with community leaders, nonprofits, and even families of gun violence victims. The biggest issue on the table right now, the city's gun violence. Greenberg says part of the issue is there are too many illegal guns ending up in the wrong hands and not enough tools for the city to stop it.
Right now, cities across Kentucky are hamstrung in what they can do because of, in my opinion, unique and onerous laws that don't give us the ability to address gun violence and the illegal guns that are on the street.
Greenberg hinted that he would be taking those concerns to the General Assembly.
I am hoping that our friends in Frankfort would be willing to work with us on some very narrowly tailored authority to deal with the unique gun violence challenge that we're dealing in Louisville.
Greenberg also pledged his support for reopening Louisville's juvenile justice facility.
I think it should be a partnership of the state and local government. I think locally we should have JCPS reopen the school there. We should be working with nonprofit social service agencies to provide more mental health treatment, more wraparound services.
He says those added services are part of the solution to getting kids out of the justice system and on a path to success. Now, Greenberg did not offer any specifics on his priorities for the legislature, but said he would have more to share next week. Vicki?